And hello everyone, how are you doing, guys? I'm so happy, I'm so glad you stay here in the GeeCON, but me and Max have little things to say in Portuguese. Am I right, Max?
Am I right? Let's do this.
Let's do this. Go ahead.
Go ahead, vai. É Brasil!
É Brasil! Confie.
Confie em vocês.
Confia no processo.
Confie em vocês mesmos, vocês podem conseguir tudo isso, basta vocês trabalharem duro que as coisas vão acontecer. So, let me switch in Portuguese. Yeah, yes. Let's switch. What we said in Portuguese is believe in yourself, work hard, and things that you're gonna do will happen. Okay?
And don't forget, trust in the process.
Yeah.
And we start now and give a little introduction about these terms are very amazing. And today we're talking about how Simplify use integration with NoSQL. I don't know if that's thinking. Talking about J now, but we show how using NoSQL with Java, and show how can I say, Max, specification NoSQL to Java.
Yeah, it's amazing. So let's go ahead, please. Okay, so I think that most of you already have been using NoSQL database. So, but in order to put everyone in the same place, let me do a little overview. So for someone, NoSQL stands to not only SQL, am I right? For another one, say, no, it's not relational ones. But in fact, NoSQL is different than SQL. What it means that the infrastructure of the code will be stored in a specific way to solve specific problems, am I right?
You're totally right.
So, and we know that NoSQL right now, there are many families, but we are talking about 4 families only today, the most famous one. Am I right?
You're totally
Let's
right.
go ahead.
Yes, and the first we have the family key value, and this family is very nice, and they have a lot of popular database in the market. And the first vendor is a Redis, and the second is DynamoDB, and another is a memory cache, Hazel Cache, and guys, we have a lot of vendors in the market, and here we have only the 4 vendors.
Oh,
and Max?
Many vendors. And how to do it behind the scenes? It's so hard because today we need to maybe create an isolation interface or isolation layer in order to put everything. Oh my God.
Okay. It's a picture.
So okay. So it's so hard to do it. So it's something that we need to keep in mind. But remember, when we are working with SQL, also we got many vendors, and we need to handle it. Let's go ahead to the next one. So in the next one, we can see the white column. White column is a more specialization of a structure database that is pretty similar to Q-value, but also you could put more information there. So also we got many vendors on there.
Yes, and the first vendor is a Cassandra.
Cassandra is a
very popular. And another?
I think it's Chila. I think Chila is the right pronunciation. I don't know, in Portuguese we should say.
In Portuguese we say Esquila, but Esquila is an animal.
Go ahead. The next one, we got Azure Cosmos DB, and we also have Apache HBase, and so among others. But also, let me do a disclaimer here. We know that most of the vendors used to provide many kind of ways to store data. For example, DynamoDB also supports not just key value storage, but also document values. So document storage. So we need to make sure that, many vendors used to do this in order to get more pieces on the market. But also many vendors.
Yes.
All right? Go ahead.
Guys, put in your mind. Today we say a lot many vendors. And here we have another family, and it is a family, is a document. And I return these things. We have the many vendors, and the most popular vendor in documents is MongoDB. And we have the Codebase, Elastic, and the Oracle NoSQL database. But I return this theme. We have a lot of vendors, and these vendors attending specific necessities. And we have a lot of vendors.
And of course, we don't say it, but document storage looks like as a aggregation, or maybe the DDD practitioners used to see something like that. You got the entity that holds and manages their children states and so on. But in the next one is the graph. Graph is an amazing one.
I love the graphs.
Graphs is an amazing one because it looks like a relationship between objects and so on. And of course, if you need to get a complex query to search data, probably you use graphs. If you are using Waze or any kind of geolocalization application, probably you are using this thing behind the scenes that we could use deep searching algorithm and so on. All right? But also we got another vendors. Famous one is Neo4j. The next one is Apache ArrudaDB.
I like ArrudaDB, okay. And the part that I most like is a logo because it's avocado.
Avocado, yeah. Okay, the ArrudaDB is another one, and Genus Graph is another. It's just a sample of the vendors that cover this technology, and also many vendors that we need to deal with. The question is, today in a cloud, sometimes it's hard to I'm not saying it's hard, but sometimes it could be profitable to be able to switch between the solutions, because sometimes we save money with that kind of thing. So, and we know that if you are working on a Java application or any kind of application, we are always tries to far away from the API vendors, but sometimes it's not possible. Today, we can get it by using Jakarta NoSQL. Go ahead, please.
And guys, we say a lot of vendors, and this part is very funny because here you have a notion, and the whole vendors we have in the market today, you have 118. I think you say correctly. Yes, correctly.
Yeah, correct.
We have a lot of vendors, and it's a very nice, but it's a great trouble if you don't have a specification. Because if you don't have a specification, you don't have patterns or rules, and you need to change a lot. You need to change every time if you want change the database.
Yeah, if you want to figure out more about the image, please feel free to reach out this website. This website we can figure out any kind of database engine, so we can figure out how famous it is in the market. Go ahead, please. Okay, but when we are talking, we talk about a lot of many vendors, and when we are talking about how can we simplify this thing, all right?
But we conversation about vendors NoSQL, and now we talk about very fast and NoSQL.
Yeah, because Java, I think Java is a language, is a technology that is focused on a production one. Am I right?
It's totally right.
Yeah, and probably the specifications depends of the adoption of the community in the world and so on. And based on that, we are always looking for and learning from success case. Am I right? Success case in Java related to relational database, we know what it is. It is JDBC, JPA, and so on. But what vendors do we use to see which SQL, please?
All right. We have many vendors. The first I show very
no one's known this. No,
it's Oracle, the Postgres, MySQL, SQL Server, and IBM BD2.
IBM, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, among others again.
Yes, and a lot of vendors on the market. Like you have a lot of choices in the market.
Yeah, and looking for the solution that Java community do, and especially the JCP and the specification people, was to use JDBC the first, and after today, if you are speaking about specification, about persistence, the first that comes on mind Jakarta persistence. Am I right? And finally, please, we can say that, well, this is API, well being studied, well defined, and to work with relational database. But please, wouldn't it be interesting to have the same kind of similar API, but working with NoSQL? It should be interesting, am I right?
Yes, it's totally right, because you don't have a pattern.
Yeah.
Don't have a specification.
Yeah.
And that is a thing don't sleep the night with, oh my gosh, I have a nightmare with this. I need to change around my implementation.
So go ahead, please. So when we are talking about specification, the first thing that comes to mind is Jakarta EE. But today, for persistence, Jakarta persistence is the main specification that we are looking for. But for NoSQL, we got right now the new one is the Jakarta NoSQL, and of course, there is a Jakarta data as well. But the specification is just a rules of how can we implement, how can we use a specific functionality, am I right?
Totally
Specification by itself doesn't solve the problem, am I right?
Totally.
We need at least one reference implementation. And for this, we got, based on, supported by Eclipse Foundation, we got NoSQL. NoSQL is a reference implementation of Jakarta NoSQL and Jakarta data. We got any news as well.
Yes,
please.
But little joker here. And after I discovered this, I sleep tonight because my problems I don't have more problems. Like I don't have a problems to change the vendors.
I want to be like you later, okay?
Okay. And guys, it is very funny because, or not funny, but very interesting because NoSQL is included in the Jakarta EE 11.
No. Jakarta NoSQL,
man. No,
Jakarta data. Jakarta data.
I forgot. It's a Jakarta data.
Will be included. In a Jakarta 11.
11. Yes, I say.
Ondro also said that's something yesterday. Otávio said in the first day of conference, so it's very happy to know that it will happen.
And Otávio say, oh, Gustavo. My name is Gabriel.
Otávio used to call him Gustavo, but his name is Gabriel. I don't know what's happening. Well, Otávio is that joke.
Otávio, it's Oliver to me.
Okay, go ahead. Well, behind the scenes, what's happening? As any kind of vendor, vendors got freedom to provide any kind of features. For example, Eclipse NoSQL also provide common annotations that focus on Jakarta NoSQL, provide multiple API that we can use a specific API from the vendor. For example, if you want to use MongoDB, you can get that thing for them. Also provide extensions, but different than Jakarta NoSQL, because Jakarta only cover 3 families: key value, document value, and wide column.
But the graphic?
But graphic, because it's so hard. Talking to Otávio, is one of the leader of this specification. The problem is the technology is so hard to find out a canonical way to work with those technologies. But graphics is something that we feel that it's valuable to community. So NoSQL, Eclipse NoSQL uses Apache thing pop behind the scenes. So actually what's happening, we mapping our entities based on the annotations. We use a specific communication layer that handle how to store those things using column, documents, key value, graphic behind the scenes. So developers right now don't need to care about how to use the database semantics to do those things, because everything will be done using Jakarta data and the Jakarta NoSQL for behind the scenes.
This is amazing.
Okay.
And now it's things very, very funny. Not funny, but interesting. I don't know if I changed the words. But in NoSQL, we have is very similar with the Jakarta data, because we don't need the learning now forms to implement it. Entities is equals, they have more pictures. I will make a position.
I will continue to speak, okay? You can line down, you can speak, okay.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I have a similar implementation, like entities and the repositories don't change. Like you don't need to learn new and the form for implementation NoSQL. And
do you want to wake up?
All right.
Okay,
I wake up.
So it's interesting because behind our scenes you can connect to any kind of source. So you can use JPA, we can use NoSQL, REST, and so on. You can do this. Actually, behind the scenes, you are focused on a domain-centric interface. So it's closer to the business. It makes sense for the developers and for the product owners. So probably when you are working in our company, you don't need to explain, oh, what this method say? Oh, save. What save? Save what? Maybe it could be a park if you are talking about car parking and so on. So, okay, go ahead, please.
And then here,
go ahead.
Go ahead. And here we have another thing very funny. Interesting. And today, NoSQL giving support in 30 databases and 30 vendors. And this is very nice because we give the support to most popular database. And if you are working in the graph, white column, document, and I forgot
no, I can't.
The four families, NoSQL's work. Like you have a little implementation and a working all.
Okay, go ahead, please. Okay, so just to show up with a little code, as we can see, different vendors that do the same thing. Create a document and store data. And we know that sometimes if you put those things in our application, we need to create some kind of layer in order to isolate, because sometimes in the future you could, I'm not saying that it's useful to do before in the 80s or in the past, because we used to see the people don't change the database. But today in the cloud, sometimes it's profitable to change to vendors. So why not do this thing in an easiest way? And NoSQL, please, the next one.
Little comment. Remember, guys, I don't sleep with this. And this is very terrible. Like, if I need to change the implementation, like I run GB to code base, I need to change my implementation.
Okay.
It's very terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid.
And right now, with NoSQL, we just have a one only interface, and we can use this in the easiest way. And we don't care about the database. If the implementation supports a specific vendor, we just configure everything on a good shape. Probably everything will works. Go ahead, please. But we used to use annotation approach. So if you used to work with JPA, it's be familiar with.
Yes,
right?
it's very familiar because we have our annotations here, like entities, like columns. It's a similar. Like it's a more easy to change your application to NoSQL. Before this implementation, because you don't need to change many things, like your properties.
Yeah. Go ahead,
and include the
please.
dependencies.
Okay.
And now, guys, have amazing things. This is a moment I will fight with all here. Like I will fight with Max, I will fight with organization, because we create a game. It's a JNoPo with NoSQL database and implements.
Jakarta NoSQL and Jakarta data. Also, of course, I don't know if you know, guys, but it's based on GeeCON game. It's a paper season, and hold on, no one will go to your home with bleeding and so on. Okay, so before to do this, let me show the code. Let me go ahead.
We need to show the actor first.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, what I did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Voilà.
And show the actor. It's a very nice, because we're using the Jakarta EE micro profile, and the game is running in application Quarkus.
Yes.
And after we have a JNoPo talk, and this JNoPo talk is an implementation with a WebSocket, and it is reading the game, and the process, and the save. Yes. Okay. And the process, and the persistence in the database. Oops. And all databases here, like Cassandra, MongoDB, Codebase.
Yeah. The game is running on the OpenShift cluster and the sandbox, so feel free to use that. It's so fine. And so it's running on there using Quarkus. Then our talk right here that I will ramp up in our application in order to store the data, we're using Jakarta specification, so we can use anything It could be Whitefly, Payara, Glassfish, Open Liberty, Quarkus, why not? That's it.
Yes, and many technologies.
But in order to put everyone in the same place, again, let me show how those things work.
Do you want to show the sentence?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's very quickly. You show the code now. Wait. And guys, we have the 4 pillars here, the 4 columns, and the application, the play 1, and the play 2. I forgot how to say this.
It's me, player E is me, okay?
Huh?
Player E is me.
Is
me. It's me. Player B, it's you.
Okay. No problem.
Oh my God, I lost.
But I will win.
Okay.
And the first time the player asking to application the Quarkus how if it having the play to join, and after the play B entry starting the fighting, like do you need select your move, and after this show the result, and after make show the result, I am we won the max.
No, I won.
No,
I played one.
Forget.
Yeah.
The Jakarta catcher get the informations and put in the databases. And now, Max, please show to us this architecture.
Okay. So let's go ahead with our application. Let me just close everything right now. Our application is stored in a specific GitHub repository, so everyone could see it. Talk to us to reach out this one. But actually, what's happening? We got a processor that will observes the events methods, the game events that comes from WebSocket execution, and store those things in the best thing. So right now, how those things work. So I created an entity. Let me close everything to make sure. So it's a record one. So Jakarta NoSQL and NoSQL actually supports records. So if you are interested to use it, feel free to do this. So we just put some annotations, as you can see. It's very easy, very clear, am I right? And also, in order to store those things, I create a playoff interface because I want to be near to my business instead of to database dynamics, database semantics. So, of course, it's saved right here, but I think game understand what means saves.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have another point very interesting, Max. It's just very similar with a GPI or Spring Data. Like if you see here, you say, oh, this is a repository, and I have all characteristics in the repository, and like it carries, they have the annotation repository, the same things in the entity.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Actually, what we're gonna do, guys? We will play the game. Those components will get the data, stored in the database, and we will have an interface, a REST interface that will show up who is the winner of the day. So we will do some rounds and have fun. Let's do this.
Yes.
Let's do this. So let's go back to the presentation. Oh, before to do this, let me start up my application. Okay, hold on, please.
Start.
Okay.
I
think
I will
everything
get
is
my
run.
phone for
everything is
start.
working. Okay, everything is working. So let's go back to presentation. So scan the code, please. Let's play the game. Okay. So feel free and help us to do the talk. Without data, we cannot continue. Okay, so let's do this, please. Scan the code, enter the game, let's play it. Oh, let's see who is the winner.
I will fight with...
Oh, I won! Oh my God!
Jet.
Okay, let's play again. Keep it going, keep it going.
Oh, it's a match.
Oh, HB fights against me. No.
I try again.
Oh, I lose. Of course I lose.
Michel.
Come on, let's play again.
Oh,
John,
I won.
Johnny's.
I won. The first.
I will stop. I will invincible. I will stop right now because I won.
I try more one.
Oh, I tied match. Okay. Oh.
Mario. I will fight with Mario. Oh, I lose.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let's play a game one more. Oh, My God, I can't pronounce your name, man. Sorry.
And then lose again.
Yeah, great, great, great. So,
And G.
well, behind our scenes, NoSQL is storing the data in the MongoDB database. I will show you how could you configure that thing, okay? You can still work on playing this game, and after that we can continue, okay?
So, do you can show to us the persistence?
Sure, let's go. Let's do this. Hold on. Okay.
Guys, it's very important to continue the playing because we have data to show for us.
Okay, so as you can see, it is a client, okay? So let me go back. My God, okay. View the columns. Where is the data, man? I think that we switch to code base.
I think it's in code base.
Okay. Okay, so, oh my God. I don't believe that.
I will die.
Yeah, you will die together. Of course, the God's demo doesn't work with us today. Okay, hold on, please. Let me see. Let's just show you how those things work, guys. So, NoSQL uses microprofile configuration to set up then things. So, right here, for example, we are using specific configuration. For example, we are pointing to MongoDB, doing some configurations, and behind those things it works. So in order to make sure that everything works, I will do one more round, okay? According to my configuration now, probably everything will works.
Wake up.
Wake up, please. Wake up, please. Okay.
Wake up.
Yeah. Let's do this. You can play again. Okay, my God. Oh, there is a game right here. Okay. Oh, the people are playing. Oh, great, amazing. Let's play again. I will play it again. Ha!
I will play again with you.
That's the reason why I'm one, because it's not record. Anyone can prove that I
will
Marshall.
given a big victory you face.
Oh, tired. If I won one time, I will stop because I want to be invincible.
It's a mat.
The
audience is playing very well.
Oh.
Carlos Brasil.
Carlos Brasil. Andrew, one again. Oh, God. Yeah. And we can see that those things happening.
Oh, we have a bad word here.
Camila is playing against me. Oh. I win. I will stop it. I will stop it now. Okay, great.
I only lose now.
Okay, so we can see the data stored right here. So many data right here, easily, fast, persisted. So we can see who is the winner. So who is the winner? Well, I implemented an interface, endpoint, a Jakarta RESTful interface, so we can see who is the winner. For this second round actually. Yes. Second round, who is the biggest winner? He's a trickster.
Oh. It's a great trick.
Oh my God. Let me close that.
Hide
it. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Because we told that it's easier to switch to database, am I right?
It's
we're
all right.
just using only a database and annotate those things, configure those things. So how can we switch then?
I don't know.
It looks good, man.
I joking.
Okay.
But it showed to guys in the implementation in the property.
Yeah.
And then here, guys, we can see the configuration to change the database. And the first is a MongoDB, and the second it's a code basin. And then here we have the configuration. Like we don't need change any more things. Like only here, and the new applications change the vendor. And this is very amazing. Remember, if you find the best vendor in the cloud with the best price, you can change only this. It's a similar GPA. Like it's very, very easily. And do you need to expend more money to update your application, or you don't need you don't need feeling luck with expand vendor?
Yeah. Let's go back to the presentation because I don't know if you guys got the
Return.
oops. Okay, show. Please scan again the code. Let's play again.
And then now, Max, you change it to code base, right?
Yeah, I changed to I'm pointed to code base, so
Yes.
just like that. So
Do you see, guys? It's a very
website.
very quickly to change. Like we changed the vendor in the
Andrew,
1 minute.
Yeah, we got 90 minutes left. Okay,
No.
great.
I say the change of the vendor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm in errors.
Okay.
Oh, great. I'm losing again. Well, I know what's happening with me. Okay, I can say that I can see with the movies before. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so
Drop a
let's see.
table.
Martin, I'm faced against Martin.
Oh, they have a play with drop a table.
Oh, I'm tired. Oh my God, it's tired.
Oh,
match.
I played you know with drop table.
Yeah. Oh, Sasha is playing with me. Ah, let's see. Oh, lose. Of course.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
losing.
we have
Yeah.
a lot to explain here.
Yeah, we can win everything, all right? So let's back to the
Let's
city
back.
then. Okay. So let's go back to the coach base. Oh my God, I need to administrator. Don't use this name for username, okay? It's a good recommendation. Don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 password. Please don't do this.
This is bestest password, guys. It's a very security.
Oh, look, everything was stored.
Oh,
Everything
this
was
is
stored.
beautiful.
And it means that we can see the winner of the third round.
Go ahead, Max.
I
please.
hope this name don't show up again. I hope.
I have another name. I don't comment with this.
Oh, look. Shitty website. Oh, okay. I think there is a bot right here. Probably it's a bot one,
Yes.
right? So it's so nice to see how those things work. So I think that's all. Let me show one more about the codes. Maybe it could be interesting to you before to go ahead. And the way that we could configure your NoSQL in your application. Let me just to open my pawn file. Okay, so stop it, man. Stop it. Okay. We don't need to add the configuration. We just need to add the dependence, okay? So right now I'm using the latest stable NoSQL version. Right now, probably in a couple weeks, we got a new version. But we just need to put the configuration right here. For example, I'm put MongoDB and Codebase. But if you go to the NoSQL website, we can see 30 vendors, third database supported there. Okay,
And
so you will be able to do this.
And I have the best examples. Like if you want to try using the NoSQL with any vendors, you can visit in the website and they have examples. And in GitHub, the NoSQL, I don't know, but have examples we building.
Yeah,
Me and Max.
Yeah. So as you can see, we just need to change the configuration. So it's very useful. It's very easy, very similar to Jakarta persistence, as we do when we are selecting a specific database, because the implementation handle with a specific dialect to connect to the database and use those things. So that's it. Let's go back to presentation. Let's go back, because I don't know if the people want to play more, but feel free. It's working. It's still working, so no worries. So let's go back to the presentation. Let's go. Okay.
Okay,
So-
perfect. It's running.
Go ahead, please.
And now, guys, me and Max have another thing. It's a QR code for a scan, because me and Max creating a workshop about NoSQL and the application polyglot with the persistence polyglot. Am I right, Max?
Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, it's we have developed a specific workshop. Okay, it's not a free one, but it's very useful. I hope that people that wants to embrace a NoSQL database, if you want to interesting how to put those things together, maybe get started with micro profile stuff, or maybe put those things on with Quarkus, or maybe something like that, we are able to do this. So feel free to fill out this form and be part of this workshop, because it's work. I don't know if you know, but we did a workshop to come here. So I'm so glad to the people that believe in our work. So if you want to be with us, it will be a pleasure. Am I right?
Yes, it's a total pleasure.
Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. So
It's a thanks.
it's a big thanks.
Yes, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so glad we stay here with yours. And I don't have words. I'm so happy and nervous. And only my thanks. And you have it doubled. We response now. And here have my social medias and the Max social medias. And you, Max?
Yeah, that's it. So feel free to reach out to us. We are still here yet. Yeah. And feel free to reach out to us in the social media. We used to do live sessions in the So Java Jug. So if you want to speak there, reach out to us. It will be a pleasure to have you. We have amazing friends speaking there, like Alina, like I will.
Rusty.
I must bring him. Yes. I told him the last time in Prague. Am I right, Rusty is here. Yes. Okay, so feel free to reach out to us.
Yes.
And that's it. Let's go to the questions. Maybe, please.
Making questions.
Be humble. The questions. So. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. No home. No one. No. GeeCON. Okay. Well, there's two questions. Let's see. How it's with queries? Do the same queries work with all supported NoSQL database? Yeah. We have been work with Jakarta data stuff. We got a lot of support from Gabriel King, for example, one of the leader of Jakarta persistence specification, and we are trying to use carries, Jakarta persistent Jakarta carries, in order to get those things clear. So you will be able to use this kind of carry. Today on NoSQL, we are providing a couple. Well done, how can I say? It's not a totally SQL language. What I mean, you can use a specific language pretty similar to SQL, but aggregation, projection, something like that doesn't work yet in NoSQL. But we will be closer to the Jakarta data. In Jakarta data, probably we will be able to use carries and so on. Yeah, that's it. And I think that it will be, the idea is to avoid you to be care about the carry or specific vendor characteristics in your application. So I think this is a good one. I hope that I answered the question
correctly.
Let's see the next question. What about special operations available only on DB? Yeah, this is something that we already face in a SQL database, all right? Sometimes we need to use procedures and specific functionalities from the database. And when this happens, specifications provide us specific ways to do this.
Yes.
But when we need to do this, we are tied to the vendor. And okay, it's
a CRUD operations.
Yeah.
It's a CRUD operations. Like you don't need to change anything. But if you're having the special operations like personalized carries, like for working on DB, like the change the families? Do you need to change it?
Yeah, yeah. I think that we face the same problem when we are working with SQL. Am I right? Of course, we are using SQL, ANSI 92, and so on. It's supported, but sometimes depends on the vendor. We are trying to specific vendor. So when we do this, we target to the vendor. The idea of the specification is to freedom you to switch between the database. But of course, it depends of the context. The idea is to solve the problem because we make money solving the problems. All right? That's it. Let's go to the next one. How up to the date does the stay with releases from multiple vendors? It's responsibility of the implementation of the specification. So, for example, in NoSQL, we still use the API from the vendor. So, for example, if I work right now, the assumption that we did was using MongoDB. So, behind the scenes, NoSQL is using the MongoDB API behind the scenes. So, we are always tries to keep updated with the databases. It's an open source project, so everyone that wants to join us will be welcome. So it's part of the job, upgrade database. It's very useful. We need to do this.
We have in the series in Java in the show how implementation this.
Yeah, we can do this. The next one is R-Time Series DB. It's something that I have been talking a little bit with the leader of the project, NoSQL, or Otávio Santana, and it's hard to define a specification because we need to figure out the default way to work with a specific technology. I think that's the reason why those things, how can I say, it takes a long time to be released, because we need to make sure that everything will be fit and those things will not change as we used to see in the most of tools. Because Jakarta specification used to be able and live long time in our application. So I have been discussing a little bit with Adam Bean, for example, and he told me that, Max, I like to use Jakarta because I got code that I wrote 10 years ago and those things are still working. So that's the reason why I think it's so hard to deal with new stuff. I know that time series is a good one. It's something that get famous and so on. I hope that NoSQL or Jakarta NoSQL can add this one to one. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Have the last question.
Okay.
One more one.
We would work with Gomer Kiel. I never listened.
Yes, I never listened.
Oh my God, who did this question? Please come to us and told us about that, because it would be interesting to learn more about that.
I already hear and I think, oh my gosh, what is?
Yeah.
And free reroute.
Peraí, what?
After these questions, you can try entry contact with us. I will share about this, and I answer you.
Amazing.
You did?
Yeah, you did it. You did it. So again, guys, we have 6 minutes left. So feel free to do more questions if you have. I answer the most of the questions because I'm closer to NoSQL implementation because I'm one of the contributor. But if you want to join us, feel free to reach out to us. Okay, so open source is something very amazing, changing my life. Of course, I learned a lot with that. Remember, my codes are reviewed by Otávio Santana, by another amazing guy. So I learned a lot. So don't be afraid to join to this process. It helps everyone, and probably it will help you to improve your career, boost your career.
Remember, you're learning with betters.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
I think it's done.
It's done.
Oh my God! So let's
The fusion again.
fusion again. Okay, that's it. Thanks again,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thanks.